Hi, this is Shane with The Rational Trader. It is Monday, June 4th. My result for the day is minus 30. There's two charts on screen. One shows that minus $30, which is a point and a half here. Over here is plus 2.5. The one on the right is using a machine learning model that's built for sort of normal markets. The one on the left is built for more volatile markets. We're not entirely sure what we should be using here, so I just created both and I'm running to see. This is the daily chart, and this subgraph down here is the average daily range with a 10-period average. And you can see there's a red line here that represents sort of my guess at where the dividing line is between creating models for volatile markets versus creating models for normal markets. And I'm just not sure if that line is correct. And so I'm doing both this week to kind of test that out. So, so far today, basically the same. Let's take a look at the action itself. Basically all week long we'll see both 30 and 40 tick, volatile and normal market models running, and see sort of who wins the contest as we try to dial in where do we switch from volatile to normal or quieter. This is the live market here, and what we get is there was a nice short here. You can see the red arrow right there. I don't get filled. I placed my order right there. All right, so 186 is seeing the, 286 is seeing this, the little pullback that's happening fail is what it's saying. So we wait for the next down bar. Nice, it's picking the top. The pullback here is so deep that I'd have scratched out anyway, but nonetheless, you kind of like that signal. We're in blackout here, so I end up not taking that. This is a long. This is saying that the order flow looks like that break is going to fail. There's a sort of an invisible blackout around the news event here. It's kind of like right there. It's 2 minutes on either side. And then we get, let's see, there's a 264 here. You can see that's a short, but it's too late, right? This is why we don't take it. Same thing there on the long, 174. These codes are considered, they're not even in the list of things we would consider because they're very aggressive. You basically put those in when you have conditions where the market's just running like crazy. So normally we exclude those. We get a long here, 154. So we get filled right here. We place the order and get filled right there. Now here's a case where the adding works against me. So what happens is the market advances nicely, it pulls back, and then I on this thrust here I add a contract right there. Okay, but I get no continuation. All right, so the stop moves automatically to entry +1, and in this case we get some slippage, so we make plus 4.75 points and minus 4.75 points on this trade here. If I get, this is what I'm looking for here. If I get continuation there, I'm going to really clean up. In this case, the market's done going up here for the moment. Unfortunately, I then get another long right there, 151. So this break looks like it's not going to succeed short, and the system says, okay, we think that break's going to fail, get long. So it gets enough that I take, I move the stop to entry -5, take one tick of slippage, and that's the minus $30 on the day. We go sideways from here. It's not until after I'm done trading, which is the pink line, that we get a nice jump here. One of the things I'm working on is, you'll notice that I only show codes here, machine learning action codes, for the time that I'm actually trading. That's sort of the way that I designed it originally to control when the machine learning system places trades. So I can get very specific in my settings on when I want to trade. So this says trade from 6:45 to 6:58, and then stop, and then start up again at 7:02 to 9 o'clock. That's that 4-minute blackout around that news event, 2 minutes each side. All right, but one of the things we'd like to do is understand, okay, well, what did I miss by doing that? Did I miss some nice moves in here? Or did I miss some nice codes in here? And the same thing out here. What happened out here? Was there a code, a code like right, come on, Jane, a code right there where it would have really just cleaned up nicely on that move or not, right? So I'm working on updating the system to show us these as well. Okay, so that's coming. And that is it for today. We'll see what the rest of the week brings. We're into June now. Traditionally, the markets start to slow down. The overnight ranges are pretty high. I wouldn't expect to see a slowdown. Though I will say the movement today, as the market traded, was methodical. It wasn't crazy like we've been seeing in the volatility. The overnight range was 50 points. That's a big number for the Nasdaq. It's small recently, but it's big in general, and for June it's huge. And so I would expect to see I would continue to see some nice movement like this for us to trade against, even though we're in a time when things tend to quiet down. So we'll see. In either case, we're set up to deal with it, whatever the market throws at us.